Hello there, watchy people. How's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Snowrunner with me and Truckertango. We just finished a job. What do you want to do next? What's available?
Starfield.
Starfield. Yeah, we've been playing Starfield. Let's get a job going, and then we can talk about Starfield.
I don't want to talk about Starfield, mate. I want to play Starfield.
I know. I feel exactly the same, but yeah, it needs a must. People rely on us for our SnowRunner content.
Do they?
Tools
Do
delivery
they really?
is one that's
Hello, everyone. I've been playing Starfield.
on the go.
How are you?
Let's do that. That's like a really basic little thing. Let's just do tools delivery. So I'm in that area, as it happens. Am I in that area? Yeah, I'm not a million miles away.
I am awaiting instruction. Where do I be with what?
So you know the whole crossing the rocks thing. I might try and do that. You know, that could be fun. Oh, it's not even got to go there. No, that would be a bad idea. So this is a one-person job, really. So you could do a different one while I'm doing it.
Oakley Coakley.
Yeah, pick a task.
I'm going to deliver fuel to the forester's house.
Excellent. I'm sure they will be very grateful. Actually, when I'm on the map screen, what time is it? Where do I tell what time it is? There we go. Right, 6 a.m. We get some light on the go. Yeah, so we just had a big scare, actually.
Rob had a big scare.
I had a big scare. Well,
I had a big old eye roll.
You did have a big old eye. It's a justified round. One day you will do something just as stupid, and then I'll get to roll my eyes.
Oh, mate, don't you worry.
So I loaded up the game, Snowrunner, and I clicked show me my save games so that I can run it and play the game, and we can make videos. And the game said no, can't have any of them.
Well, no, the game said yes, actually, you can have.
Yeah, it showed me one save game,
files.
and I was like, what the hell is going on? This is not my save game. It only showed one, and it had the wrong stuff in it, and I was like, it really confused the hell out of me. All our progress was gone, everything was gone. Because I've got two games. I've got this game that we play in slot 1, and I've got the game that I play with Crunch and Princess and Warren in slot 4. But slot 4 was empty, and slot 1 had a game in that looked like it was the game I play with them. So it had all the right regions and everything for that in it. So I thought everything had gone. We started looking at backups and things and trying to figure it out, and none of it worked. It was all gone. There was all problems. Until Tango's like, why don't you just share your Steam screen with me? So I did that, and then yeah, he told me what had happened. I was logged into Steam on the wrong account. I was logged into Steam as Warren.
So you logged into Steam and said, "Can I have all my save files, please?" And
Yeah.
Steam said, "Yeah, absolutely, Warren. Here you go."
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
And you took issue with that.
I took great issue with that. Right, which one do I go around? It's the lower one, isn't it? Yeah, lower. Yeah, because as at time of recording this episode, in fact, it will be this Friday this goes out. So yeah, at time of recording this episode, it is the previous Sunday, and we've been playing Starfield. I've been streaming it, Tango's been streaming it, Skate's been streaming it. Awuga hasn't, because he hasn't got it yet and he's very jealous. And yeah, we've been having a great time on that. But I was gifted my copy by Scapegoat, which I've mentioned in videos before and said how grateful I am. But he got me the standard edition, not the premium one, which meant I didn't get the early access, which is pretty not a great thing for someone who makes content, because obviously by the time I got to play it, everyone would have watched days of other people and be a bit bored of it. That was
what you need, right? What you need is a mate who's got spare code for the premium edition.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'd have to buy it off said mate.
Yeah, but then said mate would be able to afford the second copy that he bought and has been streaming.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Wooga, get in touch. I've got a code for you.
Yeah, totally.
And I'll sell you it for the low price of face value.
I can tell you that Awuga will not be interested because he's got Game Pass and he's playing it on that when it comes out.
Wow.
He might do though. I'll give him an ask anyway, just in case. But
it's got all the DLC.
Yeah.
Got in-game items.
I am actually intending to get the upgrade when it comes out on the 6th. It's just annoying that they didn't offer it. Oh, am I going to be able to tow this? I'm not sure I am. Oh, I am. Thank goodness for that. So I thought it would be really fun to drive it with the trailer across all those rocks through the water, but then I realised the trailer's not going there, so that wouldn't
actually go in the opposite direction.
Yeah, very sensible. Well, it's not opposite. It would still be about the same distance as I am now, just in a silly direction.
Was it YouTube where we decided to try and cross that bridge, that land bridge, in cars, and I just kept getting swept away?
Yes.
Or was that, did we stream that? Oh no,
that was YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's why there's still a fuel carrier in the river.
Yeah, there's still a fuel carrier down there. But yeah, so that whole story, basically, yeah, Warren was very kind and told me that he didn't care about the early access. Well, I mean, he could still play it anyway, but he was happy for me to use his account and play the game for the first 5 days or whatever it is on his. So I'm going to have to copy the save file across to my account when the time comes. No, I may not have to. But yeah, in any case. Oh, I've just realised I do need your help. I need someone's help.
Beans, what do you want now?
I'm out of fuel.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't look at that at all when I set off. Yeah, so that's why I was logged into the wrong account. I've been playing Starfield for 3 days so far on Warren's Steam account. And okay, yeah, it's not pulling because of the fuel. It's not a truck issue. It's a fuel issue.
Where are you?
To be honest, I probably ought to rescue myself because otherwise I'll sit here and not have anything to do while the viewers.
You know what?
Watch a motionless screen. Whereabouts is the Marshal? Has that got a fuel tank on it? No. That's
well, you've got
one.
a fuel tank down by the dam.
Yeah, but it's in a vehicle.
Your Chevy C70's got a fuel tank on the back of it.
Yeah, but it's in a vehicle that is not really suitably placed to get to that.
It's tarmac most of the way.
It is most
of
the way, yeah.
Hill slope.
All right. How much fuel have I got in here? Oh, this thing's out of fuel. I'll have to refuel it from myself. Fuel tank to there. Oh my word, I've nearly emptied this tank. It's got 390 litres, actually that'd be fine. And that probably means that this will be able to pull itself out of where it's going. Yeah, so where were we in the story? That's the end of the story basically. I've been playing for 3 days on Warren's account. Because I'd played for 3 whole days, I'd totally forgotten that I was on a different account. Despite, at the beginning of it, me thinking to myself, I must remember if I want to play another game to swap accounts. I did not do that.
You are very, very lucky that I am such a good friend that I decided to violate my Starfield blackout and watch the start of your playthrough. Otherwise, I would have assumed you were on your own account.
Yeah.
That thought wouldn't have crossed my mind.
Yeah. I like how you had me share my screen rather than just mention to me, are you on the right account?
Yeah, because I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I wanted to know before you knew.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's what true friends do. They make sure that they can rub it in your faces.
Have I rubbed it in your face? Absolutely not.
Only a little bit.
If you'd been on your own account, I'd have been, hang on a minute, what did I do before that? I was sending you Reddit links, Steam forum links.
That's true.
I was on the developer's website. I was.
You were very helpful. Very helpful.
Yeah, you've painted quite a bleak picture of me, good sir. What will the viewers think?
So we were all set to start again, basically. Well, not start again, but you know what? We were going to start on a different map. But I wouldn't have had any vehicles.
Should have just re-released episode 1.
Yeah, I should have done. Start again. Oh, man. But anyway, that didn't happen. We're here. The game is fine. I will probably now take backups of all the files just in case.
Rob's heart is in good condition.
Yeah. But
giving it a good stress test.
That does give us a good segue to talk about Starfield for a minute.
Oh, I need more than a minute, mate.
How? So you violated your desire to not see anything.
I did, yeah. I thought I'd watched the beginning of your playthrough while I was having dinner the other day.
Nice. I did wonder if you would be in the background there somewhere. But yeah. So, what are your thoughts so far?
It's everything I wanted it to be, I think.
That's good.
If we're going to be going with criticisms, the only sort of criticism I have is I think there's like a performance issue I'm having.
Oh yeah, you were saying about that, the frame.
Yeah, I did a bit of googling around, and I'm not the only one who's having the issue. The game for me runs at like 40 to 50 FPS. And if I put it on the lowest possible settings, it still runs.
Yeah, so it's not a graphics issue.
At 40 to 50 FPS. So yeah, there's like this weird performance ceiling that it's like bonking up against. So, I mean, for me, as far as I'm concerned, 60 is the minimum that I'm willing to accept. So that's like the only thing I'm salty about. But I'm still giddy about it and really enjoying it.
Cool.
So I'm expecting in the coming weeks there'll either be a GeForce, an NVIDIA patch that will come out for the drivers, or there'll be a patch that comes out on Steam.
Yeah.
For the game, so just to like optimize it and fix whatever the issue is. Because yeah, it was very strange. I can play it, 35 to 40 FPS, and the game looks fantastic, or I can play it 35 to 40 FPS, and the game looks terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I don't really know what to do about this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's outstanding, to be honest with you. I'm like really enjoying my time with it so far.
Cool. It's so funny there were like different ways there are of playing it, because I've watched you play, I've watched Skate play, I've watched NerdCube play.
Yeah.
All without spoilers, thankfully. Yeah, everyone plays the game so differently. Oh, differently. No. Oh dear.
Yeah, they do.
Right, that's okay. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Something occurring?
Yeah, no, everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Did you have a whoopsie?
Yeah. Pretty large one, as it happens. Right.
Did I ever tell you about whoopsie? About why that word is just inherently funny to me?
You might have done. Oh, come on. It's bad. Right, handbrake again. I need a decent, strong tree.
Oh yeah, last episode as well, you couldn't remember a film name, and I think it was The Land Before Time.
It wasn't the Land for that. We had this conversation on Discord already.
We did, yeah, and I wanted to bring it up in... What do you mean already? I'm talking to the viewer. I'm putting my arm on a viewer and going, because the viewer watched the last episode, and they're like shouting at the screen in the title of the film.
Ah, but it wasn't The Land Before Time.
Is the never-ending story?
Yes, it was.
Yes. You couldn't remember what the film title... You blanked on the film title, and you were really annoyed, and you said, say it in the comments. I don't know if anyone did. I didn't check.
I think they... I don't know, actually. No, because it came out recently, didn't it? That video came out recently. So
I think it's the most recent episode, yeah. It's one before this one, I believe.
Wow. It's like so long ago. We did do like loads all in one go. So I've had these videos queued up for quite a while.
Absolutely.
Goodness for that. Right, I'm back on the road. Not that I ever left the road. I was fine. It was all fine.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I believe you. I believe you. There's a job here called Well, and it doesn't appear on my job list anywhere.
Oh, pick it up then.
Yeah, I'll go investigate.
Well. Yeah, I'm also very much enjoying Starfield. It is very cool. I feel like I don't know. It's excellent, and I want to be very clear that I like the game and it's good.
What's your relationship with Bethesda before you go on?
I've pretty much only played Skyrim and a little bit of Fallout 4. I started playing Fallout 4, and I sort of got a bit bored with it and never really went back, I think.
Okay, okay, all right. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Because I, however, am the complete opposite. I picked up Skyrim. Thought I had fun with it. Thought it was okay. I got bored like 2/3 of the way through and put it down for like 8 months, and then picked it up and finished it.
Right.
And I've never gone back for a second playthrough. Whereas Fallout 3 is very special to me. Fallout New Vegas, I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And Fallout 4 is very special to me as well. So it's like, I'm a big old Bethesda fanboy. So like the essence of Bethesda is something that I thirst for.
Yeah. Well, there you go then, because that basically it's got it.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as every other Bethesda game I've seen.
It has that Bethesda DNA.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah. What I think I'm lacking is something like really groundbreakingly different, and so far I've not seen it. Potentially it's in like the ship building and all that kind of stuff, but so far I've found that all so confusing and difficult that I've not been able to work it out and do any of it. I've been in several times into the ship builder and tried to do stuff, and it says no, you can't do that, but not really told me why or how I should go about doing it differently.
Okay.
I
mean, I've not got that far, so can't really comment.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I am one of these people that does not do well on complicated games. Like it's got so many weapons and so many. This is a bad start on this road. Maybe I should go forwards rather than backwards. Yeah, it's got so many stats and things in it that I'm never going to be able to remember any of it, and I won't be able to really care enough to do so.
Well, there's your problem.
That's the thing. I want to get gun, go shoot things, get ship, go fly. I do want to be able to customize my ship though. I'm going to enjoy that aspect when I figure it out. But at the moment, I think maybe it's a level issue or something, but I'm just not able to do anything.
Yeah, I have noticed on the skill tree, you can only do the first very basic level of weapon and armor customization without selecting the. There's like a perk on the skill tree. You need to select to do like the tier 2 and above weapon and armor mods. So I assume like the shipbuilding might be a similar thing.
I don't.
You can only do basic stuff.
Yeah, it could be. But it would be nice if it told me that. If it said, okay, this stuff's reserved for a higher skill and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's locked for like that kind of thing. But I was fine with that. That's okay. But the things I tried didn't work, and it says, I didn't find the context stuff very helpful to tell me why. And I don't know whether I somehow accidentally skipped over a tutorial or something. But I just feel
I've
a
done
bit...
that, where the tutorial will come up and explain something, and then it will go away before I've fully comprehended what it was telling me. So it does happen.
But I don't want to sit here and bash the game because I'm totally having a great time, and I want to go play it more now. So
I mean, it's kind of difficult to recommend games because like I recommend the game is a big old thumbs up from me so far. I'm only like 8 hours into it. But it's like the thing is, I could say so much about it, but I wouldn't want to spoil it for anyone.
Totally, yeah.
And so essentially, if I was going to have the conversation about it, 90% of the conversation would be about how good it is, and the 10% would just be about that one performance issue I'm having. But because that 90% of the conversation has basically been boiled down to it's outstanding, play it.
Yeah.
if you like Bethesda games, if you like space games, if you like exploration story games, play it.
Yeah.
Like that just boils down to it is outstanding. And then I've got like a lot more to say, a lot more caveats and stuff about performance issues. So it's like
The way you're playing,
it sounds like I'm being negative on a game when I'm describing it. Then when that's not really a true representation of how I feel, I'm like really, really happy. Well, I bought it twice, and I'm not sore about that. So,
but yeah, like your play style is so different to mine. Like you are really taking your time and thoroughly enjoying every aspect, which is
I haven't
great.
left to start an area.
Yeah, I love that. So that's what I'm saying. Like how many hours you played? You say like 8.
8 hours, yeah.
Yeah, and I think you're not as far as I was in 2.
Yeah, I watched the very opening of your playthrough, like in the opening area where the game begins, and you were like running ahead of the person, like who was giving all the exposition and the opening story. Meanwhile, in my playthrough, I was in a separate room. I was like 6 rooms away looking for loot.
Yeah.
Like the person who was voicing and like talking through the opening of the game was like always waiting on me to catch up, whereas you were literally running ahead of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've continued to be like that. I do sort of run through it. Actually, this morning, I did a stream. Oh, come on. Right, what else can I winch from? This morning I did a stream where... there we go. Let's try that. Oh. Where I went into a abandoned hangar on a planet, and I consciously went, okay, what's Tango going to do here? And I slowed down and I looked around everything, and I did find an awful lot of stuff. Like when I watched you play the start, I noticed a ton of stuff that I obviously ran straight past, and I missed out on a load of credits and things like that, you know.
Yeah,
that you just pick up off tables.
That's going back to like the Bethesda magic. That is the thing I love about Bethesda that other open world games very often don't do. Is if you take the time to look around an environment in like a Bethesda game, like in a Fallout game, you'll find something worth your time.
Yeah.
And likewise, if you, I'm gonna brace yourself, Nintendo fans, because I'm gonna say something that is less than positive about Zelda. So brace yourselves, okay? Don't be coming at me. Don't firebomb my house.
Well, they're gonna do that anyway. So.
Yeah, the problem I had with Breath of the Wild was, unlike it just felt kind of like an empty and dead world. Whereas with a Bethesda game, if you have no objective in mind and you just pick any direction on the compass and you just walk in that random direction, eventually you will stumble across something interesting.
Yeah.
There'll be some weird little set piece, some weird little diary that will lead you on a little treasure hunt, and sometimes it won't even be like a posted quest. Like I remember in Fallout 4, there's one that always sticks with me where I walked into this town. I was on a quest, and I was on my way to do this quest objective. I stumbled across a building, and I was like, oh, I'll go in that building, I'll get some loot, I'll see what there is to see. And there was an audio log, basically from before the bombs fell, that was like, oh, my name's Dave, and my neighbour, he's called Kevin, and he's a bit kooky because he did this thing in his house. And I'm like, hang on a minute. What did he do in his house? I'm going to go next door to see Kevin's house and see what Kevin did in his house. And Kevin's got like a fallout shelter, and I went into his little fallout shelter, and it's like there's like objects in there that are like contextual, and there's like audio logs and stuff in there about, oh, my name's Kevin and my neighbours think I'm all mad, but I'm laughing now. And it's like there was this whole thing that involved like 6 houses in this little village.
Yeah.
And there was like a whole story that played out if you took the time to look for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's like what I mean when I say like Bethesda magic. There's just like set dressing and world building and just like that sort of thing. They're really, really good at. That's where all my hype came from for the game.
Yeah, well, you are definitely not going to be disappointed, and I think.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't necessarily have the patience to do all that, but I do a bit, and sometimes I do. What I'm kind of hoping to happen is that I will feel like playing this game for a long time, and I'll get to the end of the main story, and then I will start fully exploring stuff, and finding all this other stuff.
Yeah. like a New Game Plus kind of thing.
Sort of, yeah.
You know, it's odd that you use the word patience. Because, like, I struggle to find the patience to even watch you play my garage, never mind play it myself.
Right.
Like, it's strange that you say you've not got, like, yeah, just, I don't know, just, it really struck a chord with me, the use of the word patience, because, like, you do have a lot of patience for Jank.
Yeah.
Like, you have a mountain of patience for, like, unoptimized, unpolished games.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like a lack of patience. I think it's just like, I think you get very easily overwhelmed.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's 100% true. I do get easy overwhelmed, which is probably why I'm having trouble with the shipbuilder and everything.
That's not a problem. I mean, just let yourself be overwhelmed. Just like, you pick it up eventually. You would learn it. Just enjoy the little bits you do understand, and more understanding will follow, I'm sure.
So interesting that you said like New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Do you think? So I'm kind of assuming that when I get to the end of all the quest lines and everything, or the main stuff certainly, it's not going to be like, here are the credits, you can't play the game anymore. I presume that you're going to be able to just wander around the universe indefinitely after the story's finished.
Truthfully, I don't know. I heard Todd Howard, like the lead developer, talking about New Game Plus, and he said something to the effect of, there is something big happening with New Game Plus. Like, it's I mean, obviously Todd is famous for saying things, but the impression I walked away from the interview with, I didn't see the whole thing, I just saw that snippet. The impression I get is there's something, when the game quote unquote concludes, the New Game Plus, it's not just going to be, oh, we start again from the beginning, but there's better loot and more XP and like Horizon Zero Dawn did. I think there's going to be something clever that they do. There's going to be something clever, some sort of like fun twist that they're going to put on like a New Game Plus or like a post game or a late game kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know what that is.
I was kind of expecting to have more choice about your character background at the start, because they gave that they did that trailer with, they had 3 different stories of people making their start in the universe, and
I'm too early in the game yet to know what effect the backstories have. One thing I will say is, for a game that has like mass appeal, like Starfield, like a very AAA, very widely popular game that they want to appeal to as many people as possible, they tend to simplify the kind of backstory RPG type elements.
Yeah.
That's one of the main differences between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, is Fallout 4 was massively simplified in terms of the RPG elements, and it rubbed a lot of Bethesda, a lot of Fallout fans up the wrong way.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look at the most recent release of Baldur's Gate, and that's like exactly what you're talking about, but in the opposite direction, where it's like the backstory and the character creation is like so massively, intimidatingly in depth. But it's just a completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah. Well, I think we should probably stop talking about Starfield now.
I'm going to keep talking about Starfield, mate.
Keep talking about stuff. Well, okay, if you want to hear more about Starfield, then maybe consider joining us in the next episode.
One thing I will say, by the way, for anyone who's listening, it's okay not to like it. It's okay not to be interested in it.
Yeah, I'm slightly concerned that, like, I'm going to have to put in the title of this, basically, we're going to talk about Starfield for the whole episode.
Spoiler-free. Spoiler-free, mind you.
Spoiler-free, totally, yeah.
Yeah, no spoilers.
But yes, so we're going to end the episode here. I should, you know what, I'm so close now. I'm not going to end the episode here. I'm going to get to the drop-off for this.
You tease.
Yeah, I thought I was going to do it, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to really cliffhang this tiny little side job. So we will get there. Is it in the... Yeah, it's in that one at the back, isn't it? It's not... Yeah, I know where I'm going.
How did your refueling endeavour go?
It went very well. That refueling truck is never getting out of there. Not unless it's towed by something else.
It went well. I'm down one truck.
Yeah, I basically spent a truck to get fuel to this one. Yeah, no, the fact that it's a road truck. There we go. Task completed. The fact that it's a road truck and that path is so bad, it's just never getting out of there unassisted.
It's not a road truck. It's just got slick tyres and two-wheel drive.
Yeah, fair enough. But it's stuck anyway. It's going to need dragging out, but that's fine.
Remember when we dragged that thing out of a lake?
Yes.
Happy memories.
Yeah, that was at the top of the mountain, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, okay, so that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, people. Please join us again next time where we may or may not continue talking about Starfield. And we'll see you there. Bye!